Ren's learning, because next time magic missile right to the face.
You seem confident. Why don't you arm wrestle me for it?
Good! I feel your power.
Right through the forest we're going, and not one of you buggers better mess with us. I do not know how, but Jaren Culver has resurfaced as the Supreme Counselor, reigning over Nevin.
Look down on the table and say, I'm in.
What's our first task?
We must find these 6 stones in the chaos that this nation is in. Ren, you just picked up a book, right? And you pocketed the orb, correct? Yep. Mm-hmm. So you have the opportunity to identify a couple of items, one per person.
I'm going to hand this green gem, to Desmond. Would you maybe look this over and see if you can figure out what it does? It's very shiny. Be careful.
I can certainly try.
What does the tome say?
Screenshot that.
Don't look at my face while I'm looking at this. That's really good. It is a tome of clear thought. And if I spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents, my intelligence score increases by 2. God, this is so good.
We paused the campaign so that for the next 48 hours, like straight, she's just like reading.
Hold on, guys. I gotta read this.
I gotta read this.
A lot of longer. Than this.
Yeah.
I'll do the carved stone. This is a stone of good luck, also called a luck stone.
Aww.
While this polished agate is on your person, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws.
Wow.
Who's feeling lucky?
Stone of good luck. I guess I will take it then.
Tave's first magic item.
That's true.
Aww.
Yeah, the first one he will have ever been attuned to. So he's going to look at Ren and be like, what is a tune?
You just sit with it for a minute and just like really absorb
Like an
magical energy. Like a what?
Like an egg.
Yeah.
Like a hen. Like a hen with an egg.
Yeah. Or a penguin.
So you want me to sit on this rock?
Yes. I do.
Can I just hold it in my hand?
I mean, if you want, you could do it that way.
Some people do it that way.
Some people do it that way.
I think I'll do it that way.
Okay.
I'll just put it in my bag. I don't really want to take another short
Yeah.
rest.
You see stairs going back up to the level that you just came from. Another set of stairs on the opposite side of the wall that lead further down into the tower.
Once we go back up, we might have to leave immediately. We might have to use the carpet. So maybe we should just check it out while we're down here.
Sure.
I agree. I'd like to know what's beneath us that can come up behind us on the stairs.
True.
All right.
You start to head downstairs. Ren, you can see well enough with your dark vision. The only source of light that you have as a party is what's coming from Desmond's sword.
And I think he's just going to have his greatsword out. He's going to get out a torch as well, going down the stairs and light it.
Okay. So you've got the two sources of light, Desmond and Tave. You start going down the spiral staircase further and further. You step down into another level of the tower. It seems to be what is an almost completely flooded floor of the tower. In front of you, there are stairs kind of that go down and disappear into the dark, murky water. Looking across the walls, you can see where some mildew is kind of built up on the stone walls, and there are furniture pieces floating kind of stagnantly in different parts of the floor. Inevitably, there being things underneath the surface as well that don't float. You see that there are doorways to rooms adjacent to the chamber that you're in. The edges of floating furniture, just kind of hovering gently there at the corner of a couple of these. The doors that once stood in the way of these of getting into the rooms, having fallen away long ago from rot.
All right.
I'll step out to here
Okay.
and kind of just shine my torch out into this open room, this first open room here.
Yeah, so also as you kind of step up and you maybe peek around the corner of that wall that you just passed, you see that there are no more stairs going down.
Well, we've reached the bottom of this staircase. I don't know if there's another one somewhere in this room or not, but this might be the bottom.
Can I listen really carefully and hear if I hear any splashing of any kind?
Yeah, roll perception. Dave, what were you want to do when you stepped out into take a look around the room?
I was going to roll perception as well.
Okay, in what manner?
I was just going to kind of take a look out over the water to see if the water's moving or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Any ripples or with the light, you know?
Yeah. Tave, roll perception for the immediate area to see. Ren, roll perception to hear. Listening for waters. Okay. Tave, the immediate water right out in front of you, no, it's not moving at all. Ren, as far as you can tell, the sounds that you're hearing, you hear an occasional drip, but nothing of substance.
What does it smell like? Just the area.
It smells like mold and mildew.
I don't know if I want to do anything in this room.
Desmond, will you hold your sword with the light on it out a little bit over the water?
What are you trying to see?
I'm going to throw a silver piece in and see if we can tell how deep it is.
I can cast light on a copper piece and toss the coin in the water, and you can watch the light sink down to the bottom.
You can?
I can.
That's awesome. Do that. Please.
Okay. I cast light on a copper piece and flick it in the water about 10, 15 feet in front of me.
Okay. Pretty good flick. The glowing coin spirals through the air, hits the surface of the water, and just sinks pretty fast down to the bottom. You see that the light kind of ricochets off of something underneath the surface, but then it kind of sinks back down. And so, judging by the water itself, it seems like the platform itself is maybe 5 feet tall-ish, and the water is maybe 3 or so feet deep, 3.5 feet deep. So maybe about waist high, a little bit higher. But something that you did notice is that when the light, the lit coin, went below the surface, the glowing light that was filling the room was condensed very much by how dark and murky the water is.
I want to take my bowl that I have
Okay.
and scoop up some of the water without touching it and see what it looks like. Is it all gross and dirty, or is it clear?
Yeah, so you scoop in some of the water. Some of the water is a bit clear, but it is dirty. It's got old furniture in it. It's got there might be food store that
Okay.
was trapped underneath the flooding. You don't want to drink it. You determine just at a glance. Causing with the coin, not so much, but especially with the bowl, causing a few ripples to go through the water, kind of making some of the furniture pieces just kind of very lightly bob.
Well, do we want to explore in here or not? Looks like we could probably walk through here pretty easy.
I think anything we could find that would help us at this point would be good. We should probably not take too long.
All
I
right.
think, let's just
Take a quick
see
look
what we can
around.
find. Yeah.
I'll hop off, like, splat.
Oh no! He sinks.
What just happened?
I have a note in this dark room.
I said I'm going to hop into the water, and everyone disappeared. I was like,
And Sarah was like, I'm alone. Okay. Dave, you hop into the water.
I do.
And your boot knocks against something at the bottom of the, like kind of on the floor beneath the surface. You still got your torch, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm holding my torch and my sword up.
Okay, it's a heavy sword.
Yeah. Kind of balancing it over my shoulder, so
Sure.
if I need to drop my torch, I can. Or I'm planning to throw it back over to the dry land so
Gotcha.
it doesn't go out.
Desmond, catch this!
Hot potato!
Stop! Creating a much bigger splash. Obviously not a cannonball, but the waves rippling through the water and causing the furniture to move a little bit. It's chilly water. But now you're in the water.
I'm just going to stay really still and, like, look around me, like, in the water, and just kind of make sure nothing's coming at me or nothing.
With the torch kind of reflecting off of the water and the water being so dark, you can't really see below the surface as far as you can tell, but you don't feel anything moving.
Okay. You guys coming?
All right.
Pretty chilly.
Don't really like dark water, but here we go. Step in gently. I'm going to step in gently. Very little splash.
Okay, you create very small ripples into the
You
water.
just hear like the clanging of armor. No, Desmond steps into the water.
Okay. Occasionally, you're having to move kind of some furniture beneath the surface, and like you'll bump your knee on something. I consider moving around in this difficult terrain.
What kind of furniture is it? Like, I'm trying to figure out what this room was before it flooded.
Okay, roll a perception. The kinds of things that you'd be feeling are maybe some stools, something with like 4 legs, small. A couple of small boxes in this area where you're at.
Okay. I'm going to scoot forward just like a little baby bit. And as I walk, can I like kind of move my foot along the bottom to see if it's like cobblestone or is it smooth?
It's similar cobbles as the floors above you.
Okay. What do you think, guys? Do you want to go into a couple of these rooms and see if we can find anything helpful?
Sure.
We did come here to look for something, so
We should
Not
probably stick together.
Yep. So we're all like spreading out.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
me and Daphne will go this way.
Exactly.
Okay, Scoob.
I'm gonna head this way with Desmond. Ren, you check that dark, scary place right over there.
Wait for me. I've never been in a prison. I don't know what would be below, like what would make sense to keep below where we just were. Maybe storage? Possibly a good chance of finding something.
If it's not all ruined, if we can find a room that's not completely flooded.
As I'm moving, Matt, is there like am I bumping into anything like underwater?
You are. So you'll bump into a couple things, and it'll just kind of.
Can I grab one and like pull it above water just to see what it is?
You reach your gauntlet down, fills full of water. You bring it back up, and the thing that you grabbed seemed to be a chair leg. It kind of broke off from having been rotted, having been rotten, and it just very easily just broke off, and the wood just kind of crumbles in your metal grasp.
A lot of furniture, perhaps a storage or.
Probably.
If I see any like floating boxes or anything, I want to see if they're like anything that's like remotely dry and floating above the water.
So the thing that you're standing there next to, it's a box that seems to be submerged in the water, but some of it is sticking up above the water.
Okay. Can I try to just see if it opens easily?
Yeah, you can. So you have to kind of tug at it, but you're able to tear away the cover of the box. The nail's not really holding tightly to the rotted wood, and inside you can tell that there used to be some clay pots in here, but now it just kind of shattered and mildewed into something else, basically. And you see a few pieces of a few rags of cloth.
All right.
If Tave takes a look down both of these hallways, is everything just flooded like it looks?
From what you can tell, yeah.
And the room in front of him as well.
That's correct.
It looks like most of this area is flooded. You want to try somewhere else?
Yeah, I think anything that's underwater is probably ruined, so maybe we'll just see if we can find any rooms that are not submerged.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna head in here and check out this barrel.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if it. I'm just gonna pull it open.
Okay. All right.
Just gonna open it up.
So you grab kind of the circular top of it and just pop it open. Water kind of rushes into it a little bit, and you can tell that the contents inside were already liquid, and just kind of the immediate area around you, the dark water, is stained sort of red.
I'll just shut it.
It doesn't shut very good.
Okay, then I'll just kind of push the barrel away from us.
All right. The barrel just kind of, as it gains more water, it just kind of sinks. And it kind of makes a line of red as it moves away.
Well, the bottoms of our clothes are probably going to be stained, guys. Sorry about that. It's wine.
This outfit I'm wearing is just not doing great.
So I'm yep. Let's get through this as quick as possible, so we don't. So maybe we can not get our clothes stained. I don't know.
As we walk through here, if I can tell that, since I have dark vision, if I can see any walls or anything, this whole time I would have wanted to see if looks like there was any water streaming in from any of the walls when I come into range of them.
Sure. From what you can tell, there are not.
Okay.
Tave, you can tell that there's an opening in front of you, similar to, not unlike the openings that you've been going through, but this one is a bit raised up off of the, it's on top, right at the surface, maybe a little bit above the surface of the water.
Okay, I'm going to kind of look back at them and be like, hey, over here there might be something.
So you kind of step up, and you're as you move forward, kind of slowly, your boot bumps into the edge of something solid, and as it moves down, you kind of assume that these are stairs.
Cool. I'll just kind of step up there and walk up.
Okay. Up the stairs in this room, you see that there's a crate and two barrels that, while very old and extremely dusty on the tops, they're dry for the most part.
Okay, so Tave's gonna look over at Ren and be like, Are we checking these for traps, or can I open the damn box?
I would like to check them all for traps.
Okay.
Individually?
No, just the box.
Okay.
I meant all the things.
Okay, I'll help.
Okay, roll it with advantage. Seems like a box on the floor.
All right. Looks normal enough after you.
All right, and then I'll
Get any more chains?
probably.
Ren's got like a clipboard walking through, like, it's time for
This
inspection.
one checks out. This one checks out.
It's time for your surprise inspection. Crate. Crate on the floor. So you open up the crate.
Yes.
Okay, so you tear open the crate. The lid kind of just pops off, and you can toss it to the side. Inside, you see that there's a lot of kind of moth-eaten clothing. Digging through it a bit. Do you put your hands in there?
Yeah, I'll look through it.
Okay, so as you kind of dig through it a bit, there's a piece of clothing that kind of sticks out to you. You pull it out. It's a robe, and it's got patches all over it, with interesting pieces of simple artwork on each of the patches.
I'm gonna lean over. What color is it?
It's kind of a gray, but the patches are all multicolored.
Do you want to check it out? I'll kind of hand it up.
Yes, I will. I want to know if it's magical at all.
Roll Arcana. You get the strong sense that these patches, the robe itself, maybe not, but these patches are definitely all magical.
Ooh.
How do you want to go about these barrels?
There's 2 barrels, right?
Yeah.
I'll just open one if Ren kind of steps aside.
I'll open the other one.
Both of the barrels, so you pop open the top easily enough with your strengths. The contents inside, all of it's liquid. It's a very deep red.
Smell like wine.
Oh, yes.
Can I fill up my wineskin?
Mm-hmm.
Or my water skin, rather.
Turn into a wineskin.
Is a wineskin now? Have to rename it. And I'll just chug it and then fill it up again.
You're going to chug it.
Probably like a normal sized wine glass worth.
Okay, one drink's worth. Got it.
Yeah, all at once.
What is your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Okay. This is really good wine. Thinking about it very briefly, you realize this has probably been here for maybe a couple hundred years. You've not tasted something better than this ever. Definitely not from your upbringing. I need you to make you kind of start to feel the effects of it immediately. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Did you see her roll over the 20?
Yeah, it's right on the 20.
Oh,
I know.
Okay. After drinking as much as you did, you just kind of you teeter a little. Like, this is not. You didn't expect that. Wow, what a punch! After a couple minutes go by, you realize that you are drunk.
Tate, doing all right?
Guys, you absolutely have to try this, but do not drink very much of it because it is strong and fantastic.
All right.
Tave, you will have 1 point of exhaustion. Tomorrow.
Right. Okay. And I'll emphasize the fact: do not. I'm saying just taste it, but do not do what I did because I'm feeling it.
I'll take a little sip, just like a little baby.
And I'll hand her the.
You have a similar experience as Tave, as far as this being this is the greatest.
All right. It is pretty good wine. Maybe if we clear the rest of this tower out, we can come back for it.
All right. Let's come back for it. All right. I'll follow Desmond.
Bring up the
Okay, so we're headed back upstairs. Kind of as you're walking into this area here, something that you notice is that a kind of a small wooden box floating across the water, and a couple of other pieces of furniture kind of moving from the room across from you. Like, so player right to the right of the stairs.
It's moving by itself.
It's just floating across the water.
I'm just gonna like silently. I don't know if I can reach Desmond from where I'm at, but I'm like put one of my hands on each of them and just like point at the box. And I do this. I will cast a message and very silently say to Desmond, do you see anything about that box? What do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I see it moving. Do you want me to go get it?
I don't know about that. I don't say that.
I go get the box.
Okay.
Let's get out of the water.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to kind of move along this wall and get closer to.
Right. Go ahead and move there.
I was walking towards the box as Tave said we should probably get out of the water.
Do you grab the box?
I'll just like take my sword and kind of like rake it towards me, like not picking it up out of the water, just like rake it towards me.
Okay. You rake it towards you easily enough.
If I can, I want to be like looking in the room where it came from and see if I can see anything in there.
Okay. Ren, roll perception. Desmond, the box that you that is right in front of you, just kind of floating, seems to be like a ruined jewelry box of sorts. Taking a look into the room, you really don't see anything of note. At least not from what you can tell. In the middle of the room, though, the water suddenly splashes up as the water itself rises from the surface of the water. Before you it's almost like a small pillar of just moving water itself. Everybody roll initiative. Okay, pretty good.
Oh.
So this, what you can gather to be a water fiend of some sort, just immediately just crashes up from the surface of the water and just starts moving about in kind of a snake-like serpentine manner. Tave.
Alrighty. I'd really like to get to higher ground. I'd like to move here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll sit them both up there and pull my bow
Okay,
up.
so just tossing your stuff up onto the platform, you can grab your bow.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Roll some damage. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So the you fire the arrow and it's a true hit, but the arrow just kind of skims right on through the water, and while knocking some of the water away from its body, the arrow just kind of crashes against the far wall after going through the fiend itself. You can tell that it was affected by your attack, but not in the way that maybe it should have been.
I'm going to bonus action and cast Divine Favor,
Okay.
which makes my sword deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage
Okay.
for 1 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna move forward and swing my sword at it.
Okay. Roll some damage. Okay.
Some Sarah rolls
I
right there.
sympathize with this water beast. I know what it's like, a life at sea.
You bring your sword down into the through the water, again having a similar effect as the Tave's arrow, but you can tell that the radiant glow from your sword burned away, sizzling some of the water, though not much.
Okay, and that is all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Desmond, what is your AC?
20.
Whoa, okay. The water weird lashes out with kind of an arm of water. The water just kind of crashes. As you raise your shield, it just kind of crashes against your shield, and the water just breaks over your shield, negating any damage that would have been caused.
I think it's angry.
Okay, Ren.
I want to Ray of Frost it.
Right
I'm
on.
gonna use one of my inspiration.
Good.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, roll damage.
Use that. Good thing I used that.
It's got too many dice.
Okay. You fire just a kind of a bolt of frost energy at the water weird. Some of the water on its body just kind of freezing a bit and breaking off. Tave.
All right. I would like to hop up.
Okay.
I will shoot it with my bow.
Okay.
What's happening?
Roll a d6.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. As you pull your bow back, the string on your bow just and snaps. You know that you have some extra bowstring in your pack, but you'll have to take it out and restring it.
Tave just curses and throws his, not throws it, but, drops it down. Just
Lightly.
Angrily, gently sets it down.
he doesn't, not gently, but like he kind of lets it fall to the ground. Then I'll just pick up my greatsword and how much movement did it take to hop up?
10.
Okay, so then I'd like to move over here.
respect the walls.
All right.
I'm one of Cord's chosen. And I will prove that with this strike. Longsword, go!
Roll some damage.
Jesus!
Oh! Oh my god, dude.
What is this tower's problem with us right now?
So Desmond, you just cut away just a sliver a bit more of the water.
I'm sympathizing with this thing, man.
It's about like a butter knife cutting through actual water.
Yeah, let me go ahead and try to shove this thing.
Okay.
I'm not knocking this front, I'm just trying to shove it backwards.
Okay. As soon as you hit it with your shield, it kind of it's almost like a suction impact, and you bring your shield back, but it kind of reels and just kind of glides across the surface of the water, but moving a bit back away from you.
That was good.
And for my movement, I'm gonna start to angle myself
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
Sort of, or on its side.
So you're going for a flanking maneuver there. That's good.
That's all I got.
Okay. Desmond. Got lots of that. Drop 6 of them. It's fine. Pick them up. Desmond, the water fiend, just after kind of regaining its composure, stance, whatever this it's doing, it's kind of swaying dance after you shoved it, and watching you move around it. It turns to you and it lashes out at you again. Okay, and the water somehow wraps around your body and knocking you kind of in the side of the neck, in the side of the head, causing a bit of pain, just kind of from the whiplash of it. And you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Ugh.
And you are now grappled restrained by this
Oh, so it's like wrapping me up in
Yeah.
water.
Okay. Ren.
I will frost it again.
Roll damage. Okay. Another 4 damage of it. It just knocked away as more of the water freezes slightly and just kind of falls away from the fiend hovering above the water. All right, Tave.
I would like to hop down off the side there and hit the thing with my great sword.
All right, roll it at advantage.
I'd like to do the great weapon master as well.
Okay.
So advantage -5.
Nice. Roll damage.
Great weapon master damage.
Jeez.
Dang.
You slice a big chunk of water out of it. It's still kind of having the disappointment of it not doing what you had hoped that it would do. However, there are now holes kind of in where the kind of water is just kind of moving constantly through this fiend as it's hovering above the water. There are gaps now that occasionally appear and go away in the water weird.
Ooh.
Very thematic soundtrack.
Desmond.
All right, I'm making my longsword attack with disadvantage clicked.
You kind of whip your sword through the, trying to whip it through the water, but unable to have much of an effect on it, as you're kind of just struggling against the water that's pulling you in.
Okay. I just yell to the other people. I'm just like, I can't breathe.
No.
And the water weird, with another tendril just kind of coming out of it, again just bludgeons you across the head, and you take 11 more bludgeoning damage. Rin.
I'm going to Ray of Frosted again.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double 9s. That's a hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
It's gotta be mean to it.
Can be mean.
Show it who's boss.
Yeah, whip that dice into submission. Okay, so a good chunk of the water just kind of freezes and kind of breaks off from the water weird's body. Safe.
Same thing as last time, except this time I'm gonna like use the flat of my blade and just kind of go straight down. I'm wanting to like flatten the water out.
Okay.
Dang, son. Dang.
That technique, that flat sword technique.
You gotta flatten it out. All right, so do I get to roll damage?
Roll damage.
Please tell me I get to roll damage.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa, dude. Okay. You bring your blade down through it, turning it to the side, bludgeoning damage. So it's essentially just a very long hammer, just crashing through it, creating like you're basically Moses-ing this water weird, and just splitting the waters. A good bit of it kind of reconnects after it does this, but it's just and it's starting to flail about. It maintains its integrity for the most part, but man, it's just like there's not a lot of structural integrity left to this, based off of what it looked like when you first started fighting it.
Does the crit make it drop me?
That's a good question.
Did I breathe?
Can I breathe?
I like.
It is not. But you can have advantage on your save if you try to get out.
If it's still holding on to Desmond, I'm gonna action surge and do it again. Same thing. Just I'm gonna kind of windmill it back around and slap it again.
Okay. Then do it again. Roll damage.
Yeah. Not that crit damage this time though.
How do you want to kill it?
That's just what I said. I want to like come straight down with the flat of my blade just twice, just splash, and then when it comes back up, just do it again.
So as you bring it down the second time, crashing through its head and just the water just kind of slapping to the side, left and right. Desmond falling away from inside the water. You kind of land like on your back into the water, just just trying to regain your balance as you're in your plate armor, just regain your footing, and the water weird. There's no more.
Yeah. I'll help Desmond up.
Yeah, I'll like slap him on the back.
Roll strength.
Some water. Water coughs out. Oh. Oh, thank you for that. That was
That was so great. You did great, Dave.
Thank you. Well, let's get out of this
Let's get out of here. Yeah.
nasty water.
There's more of them. I agree.
So you head back upstairs.
Booking it.
To what level?
Ground floor.
Ground floor.
Got it.
Tave pulls the potion out and he just says, "If you need it, it's yours."
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
Nice.
Oh,
Almost back to half health, guys.
great.
Did you say you're taking a short rest or no?
What do you guys think?
I'll get my action surge back, but
I can use a hit die, and you can hang out with that fancy item that she found.
fancy cloak. Yeah.
Dave has one to look at too.
We can do a short rest.
Oh, I want to look at the rope.
Okay.
I must have been the hit die.
Share with the group.
Oh. This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colors covering it. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment. Okay, so it has 2 of each: a dagger, bullseye lantern filled and lit, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, hempen rope, and a sack. And then it has 4d4 other patches that the DM chooses or determines randomly.
I rolled on these earlier, and these are the things that you get. So the only one.
I'm so happy. Guys, I just want to tell you right now that one of these patches is a rowboat. So if I pull one of these patches off, it'll be 2 potions, or if I pull it off, it's 4 potions.
There's one patch with 4 potions on it.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll do it.
Okay. You're wearing the robe, right?
Yeah, I obviously did a crazy like thing.
You tear off one of the patches, the patch with the 4 potions on it, and in your hand, the patch just magically morphs into 4 potions of healing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to keep one and give 2 to Tave and 1 to Desmond.
I got 2 on my character sheet, but I'm gonna drink 1.
I might actually drink one right now, too.
Whoa!
Dang.
Getting that max healing.
Feeling a lot better, guys.
Heal yourself 7 damages.
I'm going to pull the elegant scroll off. Red beam.
Okay. You take the patch off, put it in your hand, and it just magically forms into a scroll as you unroll it and read it.
It's a scroll of scorching ray.
Ooh.
Can I pull the lightning scroll off?
Yes, you can.
And then I'm going to spin around while I'm doing that so the guys can see if there's anything else we want off of it right now.
She's like modeling for us. Spitting.
Hold it up. Like,
Rowboat.
I'm so excited. So I can either use these spell scrolls in combat or learn these spells forever.
Forever.
Sounds like you should probably learn them.
Yeah, I can't do that right now, so just so you guys know, I'll have to do that later.
It's fine.
We have a long journey ahead of us. They could come in handy if you've learned them and able to use them whenever.
Well, you want to go upstairs? I don't want to open this door without figuring out what these markings mean.
Well, I'll try to look at this door again. I've already looked, so it's probably...
Roll an Arcana.
Were you helping me, Desmond?
Yeah, I'd like to stand over your shoulder and...
Is he able to help me with Arcana, or is that just straight up me?
He can help you. Okay.
I'm always on the investigation checks.
You realize that it is trapped with fire. And that if you turn the knob to the right, it will trigger the trap. And that if you rotate it counterclockwise first, it'll deactivate.
I will relay that information and say, once we get through this door, we probably want to go pretty quick because I'm not sure how long, if the trap's going to reset at all.
The handle turns, the door opens out towards you, and you're able to go up.